Peace, y'all. Welcome to another Substantial Weekly. It's been a while, man. Happy Friday to everybody tuning in. If it's your first time to the channel, I'm Substantial. Welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, all that good stuff, man. I am exhausted. I'm sure you can see it, but happy to be back, man. I feel like it's been a bit since we've done one of these updates, and it's a lot going on, so we got a lot to dive in today. But first and foremost, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If you don't know the process, first and foremost, make sure you say peace. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, all that good stuff. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You might see some of the comments popping up from time to time to those of y'all watching on other platforms like Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, and stuff like that. If you want to join in with some of the other people chatting, YouTube is the place to be. So definitely come over to YouTube and check out all of the details. Also, for those of you who want to know how you can support the channel, as I've mentioned over the past few weeks, we're currently working with YouTube to get certain issues resolved with the monetization of my channel. So those of you who want to support, the best way to do that is by hitting any of those links in terms of PayPal. You can also support via Venmo, Cash App, all that good stuff. But enough of that. Let's get into some of the things. So first and foremost, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to that guy, Frankie. What's going on? Tori and Reed watching on Facebook. DJ Rockman on YouTube. Ultimate Plug. Peace. Nice Afro. What's going on? Indio Prather. Good to see you up in here, fam. Frank Goita, peace. What's going on? Soul Tiger, C Cruz, and Happy Mochi. Good to see everybody up in here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in per usual. Lots to get into, and I'm gonna try to just jump into it. But wait, hold on. Tommy Hackett in the chat. Peace. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. All right, but let's jump into things. So first reminder. For those of you who might have forgotten, the 10th anniversary of Substantial's, about to say Substantial Art Music, but no, the 10th anniversary of Home is Where the Art is available right now. You can stream it on all platforms, also available on Bandcamp. Shout out to Mellow Music. That's now streaming along with the instrumentals. There are 2 bonus tracks, and you can check that out anywhere where you stream music. So be sure to check that out if you haven't. Shout out to everybody who's been showing love to the Spilled Milk video. There was a part of me, man, honestly, that almost felt like, man, we should have dropped this a long time ago, but I'm glad we didn't, because, you know, it's always dope to be able to take old projects and breathe new life into it. So the response for the video for Spilled Milk has been super dope, especially considering that video was 10 years old. We never released it. It had a man, it was I want to say it wasn't finished, so that's a huge part of it. Like, we never finished the video, so what y'all are seeing is pretty much the rough draft without all the final bells and whistles. And yeah, man, to see everybody love it so much and show so much love to the song and the project has been super dope. So thank y'all for that. Hey, Early Bird, peace. What's going on, fam? Good to see you up in here. Also, thank y'all who tuned in and watched the commentary that we did. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and Stephanie Gale. Steph came through and we did a live commentary of my 3rd solo album, Home is Where the Art is. And that was really fun, man. It was super dope. 3 hours, a 3-hour breakdown of it. Definitely check that video out. And there's also chapters in the video, so you can kind of skip to the songs you want to hear about, see some unreleased artwork and different things like that. Yeah, man, here's some cool stories. So definitely shout out to everybody who tuned in. Bernard Perryman, peace. What's going on, fam? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. All right. So lots to get into today. First and foremost, let's talk about music. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that's what brought a lot of y'all here. So let's talk about some music. The first thing I wanted to give you all heads up on, let's bring this up on the screen. Hold tight 1 second. All right, go ahead. Boom, there we go. So, for those who don't know, man, the first single from the next album, my next album, which is, I can't believe I'm saying this, my 5th solo album, which doesn't include all of the collaboration projects and all of that. But yeah, man, my 5th solo album, Adultish, is nearly finished. We're working on rough drafts of the artwork right now. We just finished an amazing photo shoot with the homie Marvelous Jones. And shout out to Sherm the barber, who is my official stylist now. You know what I mean? Been my barber for years, but he's also my stylist. So he came to the photo shoot. And yeah, man, it wouldn't have been the same without him. But this right here, No Per Diem 2.0, will be the first single from the project. So definitely, if you have not pre-saved this, and if this is your first time hearing about it, the link is in the description. Not the description, but in the chat right now. I'll add it to the description later. But definitely be sure to get ready for this next single. It features the homie Mega Ran. And yeah, man, I'm just really excited about this upcoming event that we're about to do. I'm excited for people to hear this song. And for those who don't know, I did mention that we were going to talk about Patreon a little bit in the title of the video. But yeah, man, this song right now, for those of you who are Patreon supporters, you can hear this song right now. You don't have to wait. You can not only hear the song, you can get the instrumental, and you can get the acapella if you're a producer and want to take a stab at remixing it. And for those who don't know, man, some of the producers you've heard me work with over the years are sometimes people who were fans who reached out, and I dug what they were doing. And the next thing you know, they played around with some vocals of mine and sent me some dope stuff. And we ended up doing some official things. So I say all that to say, basically sign up for Patreon so you can hear this song right now instead of waiting for October 7th. And you can also check out the acapella and instrumental of this single. As you can see, the artwork is a bit different, man. I'm playing around with something for the art of this particular record. Basically making a lot of the stuff look like crafting, and all of these projects that over the years, man, we I find it interesting, right? Like, part of the reason why the album is called Adultish, it talks about this whole idea of balancing adult life with still kind of being in tune with your inner child. I think a lot of hip hop heads deal with that. You know what I mean? Where a lot of what we're into is, how can I put it? Sometimes viewed as a bit childish, maybe in some of our peers' eyes who aren't into hip hop like that and don't get it. And so, what I find interesting in adulthood is that, man, so many of us go to these events where we're ultimately playing around with stuff that is kind of similar to things we did as children, but like, we're still into it. So like, playing around with the cover art, taking these concepts of like different photos and kind of rehashing them as like these crafts and stuff, right? So like this cover here, you see cut up jeans and fabric along with cut up paper. So these aren't effects to make it look like this. This is actually what it is. And then the photos were printed out, balled up to give it texture and all of that. So you're going to notice that the artwork for this project, there's going to be a lot of this for the singles and also the cover art. For the cover art for the album as well. So I hope y'all are digging that. Definitely something different. We'll see how it goes over, man. But hey, peace. What's going on, Roger? What's going on? Peace, God. The Morning Glory track is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Hey, disclaimer. I'm just letting y'all know right now, don't expect Morning Glory 2 from No Per Diem. All right. It's a very, the production is a bit different. Like, it's a soulful sample, but the drums hit. Like, I would say, like, it's about as hard. The beat hits about as hard as a smooth track can hit. It can hit. And like, if you play it at home and stuff, playing it real low, it definitely gives you a good vibe. But man, for those of you for those of you who like your music loud, but still want it to be chill at the same time, like this one right here, definitely play it loud, man, so you can really feel how hard the beat thumps, but at the same time gives you a chill vibe. You know what I mean? Dope, soulful vocals that I chopped up. I played the instrumental on one of the past shows. So yeah, man. Shout out to Mega Ran for hopping on it. Love his verse on the joint. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. But let's keep it moving, man. So much more to cover, so little time. Next up, another reminder, man. I was mentioning home is where the art is. And I also wanted to give you all heads up that outside of just us re-releasing Home is Where the Art Is, we also did some new merch for Home is Where the Art Is. And of course, my store has more than just merch for Home is Where the Art Is. There's official substantial merchandise like clothing, but then also music. So for those of you who have not checked out the store, be sure to do so. Link is in the description. Hey, what's going on? Shout out to hey man, shout out to my cuz Megan up in this joint. Good to see you, cuz. Man, I'm looking forward to our show coming up. So I'm gonna get into this a little bit later, but definitely a lot of events coming up. And this will be the first time that my cousin will be spinning for me in Baltimore. She's a really dope DJ. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you soon, cuz. Yeah. All right, let's see what else. Hey, shout out to Joshua McGee in the chat right now. Everyone relax, I'm here. Glad to be back. Peace, everyone. Good to see you, homie. Good to see you up in here. And cuz, I'm glad you excited for the event. I am as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right. But yeah, man, definitely check out the merch. You got different stuff up here. So the Home is Where the Art Is shirt not only comes in that cream that you see here, it's in white and black. That's a patch that you all can add to different gear and stuff like that, jean jackets, etc. We got the hoodies. The hoodies come in different colors as well. We got them in burgundy, navy blue, charcoal gray, and black. This Umoja shirt is an all over print and it says Umoja here. Then we have the Umoja fanny pack, and then this shirt that you see right here, which is in peach right there, also comes in a sky blue and white. So definitely check out the merch store, the merch shop if you have not. There's a couple editions in there, and yeah, man, it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into what else. So quick sidebar. Let's take this down for a second. Wanted to give you all heads up, man, that we're going to talk Kickstarter for a minute. Obviously, I have not launched my new campaign yet, but it will be launching soon. So for those who don't know, my next album will be dropping after the new year. The album is called Adultish. The plan is to fund it via Kickstarter, right? What I need everyone to do, if you have not done it already, is for those of you who already use Kickstarter, do me a favor and follow me on Kickstarter, right? So I'm dropping this link for y'all now, because if you follow me on Kickstarter, the moment this goes live, you will be notified. So you can follow my profile. You can see past campaigns that I've done. Outside of seeing past campaigns I've done, you can also see campaigns that I've supported in the past too. And it will update you on different things that's going on. So I'm definitely excited, man. It is a lot of work, yo. It's a ton of work getting Kickstarter campaigns set up. It was always a ton of work in the past, but nowadays there's a lot more that goes into setting up a Kickstarter campaign. And on top of, once I finish things, because right now I'm trying to finish the mock-up of the cover art, because I can't, create certain merchandise items and stuff like that without y'all being able to see not just the logo, but the cover art and seeing a mock-up of what the vinyl might look like, and all of that. Now, understand that we are, I want to say about 5 to 6 months away from the release of the album. So some of the things that you're going to see, like in terms of what the album will look like, might be slightly different by the time it drops. But yeah, man, it's definitely, I'm excited for y'all to hear it. I just got the second mix from the project. Shout out to my man Tone Deaf from Q&5 and Quintic. Yeah, it's coming together dope. So we got 2 official mixes done so far, 8 more to go. 3 songs that are currently being wrapped right now, or finished writing and recording. That's going to happen over these next couple days / weeks. Yeah, man, so much happening. All right, hold on one second. Go on the channel. Let's see, hold on. Going to channel energy of a certain chat MVP with this question early. But do you plan to have merch for Adultish on your site? Absolutely. So for those of you, if you're not able to support the Kickstarter, right? Don't worry. Any merch that's available on Kickstarter will also be available later on for the album. However, I will say this. Vinyl is the most popular form of merchandise that I release. So I'm put in a situation every time I drop these where I got to do vinyl. The vinyl for the album will be a double LP, and we'll have both the music and the instrumentals available all in one deluxe edition vinyl, right? So you're going to see a $40 price tag. That's only because when I run a small amount of vinyl nowadays, especially with the green vinyl that I'm doing, and any form of vinyl, honestly, like if you're doing a small run, double LP vinyl, not even with all the bells and whistles, just with the basics, it can end up running you, when you run a small amount, like 100 copies, that could easily run you like almost $40 per copy, right? So when you see it at that price point on Kickstarter, know that those of you who support the Kickstarter are pretty much getting the record at cost, which means no profit to me, right? Now, if I get enough support, you know what I mean, from people, and most of the time my vinyl does pretty well, usually sells within the first year, a couple hundred copies, if not 1,000, right? But a lot of times when I do these campaigns, I'm just trying to make the bare minimum so that way I can get the album like at least manufactured and take those first steps, and not necessarily have to drop the album first and then manufacture the vinyl later. I'm trying to make it so that the vinyl is available, the CD is available for those who still buy CDs, the shirts, everything is available all at once, so it can all be pushed together, along with, of course, the digital streaming and everything like that. So yeah, there will definitely be merch on my site after the Kickstarter campaign. But for those of you who want to support making this happen, obviously supporting a bit earlier would be appreciated greatly. You know what I mean? So I'm already coming out of pocket for certain aspects of the album. So definitely y'all support early on. I feel like I sounded like Medea. Your support, your support early on makes the likelihood that certain aspects of the album, in terms of merchandise and other things I'm trying to do, happen. But don't worry, when I post it up on the site, when I post it on Kickstarter, it's going to be a very clear breakdown of how much each thing is. And keep in mind, certain things I've already covered myself, but I could definitely use y'all support. And I'm not expecting y'all to support for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a lot of dope merch. We're going to have hats. We're going to have vinyl, CDs, cassette, USBs. There will be, I feel like I said hats already. People will get the opportunity to be able to, if you're a producer or artist who's looking to collaborate with me, there's going to be a discounted rate for you to support via Kickstarter, right? Like, it'll be a little bit cheaper than how much I actually charge for my normal collaborations. And you can do that through Kickstarter. Then there will be opportunities for MCs who like my beats. You'll be able to purchase production through my Kickstarter campaign at a discounted rate. Some of you who are balling like that and can afford to pay more, you'll be able to get listed as executive producer on the album. Those of you who want to be listed in the liner notes of the physical copies and the digital versions, like on Bandcamp and things like that, you'll have that as an option as well. So it's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening with the Kickstarter campaign. All right, but let's keep it moving. Stephanie Gale, y'all clap it up for Steph. We got Steph in here. Good to see you, sis. All right. Let's see. Nice cuts from fam. Very nice. Did Sherm do it? Yeah, man. Sherm be holding me down. Shout out to my barber. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sherm the barber, holding it down. All right, quick question. What is my favorite album that I've ever released? Of my solo albums, my favorite is my favorite is probably my fourth one. The past is always present in the future. I feel like that record is probably the most balanced in terms of it's a healthy balance of a little bit of what the fans want from me, right? With also me doing the most basically making the most honest music in terms of what I want to do creatively, right? So there's stuff on there that people have come to know me for over the years, and then there's a lot of things that are a bit different than what people hear from me, but it's the type of stuff I've been doing, but it's not necessarily some of the most popular styles in terms of what people purchase and support from me. And then I feel like it's the best representation of what caliber of MC that I am. You know, my ability in terms of my writing. It also, I designed the artwork top to bottom. I shot all the photos and the physical album cover. I mixed it, I mastered it. I did most of that record myself. So I was really proud of it, man. I think Hypnot did a great job of helping to support the rollout campaign. So we got a decent amount of press. Got the tour of the record. It was just so many things around it that I'm really, really proud of. But yeah, of my solo work, definitely that. Of the Bop Alloy albums, I feel like my favorite is our second album, Our second album, I feel like, is really underrated. You know what I'm saying? I know people love the first, but that's always the case. You know what I mean? The first album for almost any artist that is beloved is always, for most people, that's the introduction. So trying to recapture that feeling that people had when they first heard you, it's virtually impossible. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. Great question. Thank you. Let's keep it moving. All right. Let's see. Exciting. Yes, man. I'm really excited to share this next record with you. Hey, that's what's up. I'm glad you like it too, man. That was a dope album. Made in Maryland was definitely the most popular song on there, in my opinion. It's funny, I really wish that song was bigger than it actually is, but it's actually not. The most popular song from that record is No Turning Back 2.0. Of course, it's a great song. That's part of the reason why it's popular. It's also a bit more popular because Uyama Hiroto plays on it. The other guys produced it, did an excellent job producing it. And, that last verse where I talk about Nujabes, that's another reason why that song became as popular as it did. But that track is actually the most, and also Genius.com featured that song when they interviewed me to talk about Nujabes. So that song is probably, if you take the second most popular song from the record, No Turning Back 2.0 has at least 2 times the plays of the most popular song on the record, or the second most popular song on the record. So yeah. All right. I'm going to answer a couple more questions, then get back to these announcements. Excited to see your Kickstarter drop so I can support you. All right. Thank you so much. Let's see. Peace. What's going on? Italy in the building. All right. Good to see you up in here, fam. Thanks for joining us. MLK Dream Big, still my favorite song from you. Thank you so much, fam. Man, hey, that's definitely one of my favorites on the album. C King bodies the joint. I can listen to that song a million times just for his verse alone. And the production, other guys killed it. Shout out to my man Matthew Shell playing guitar on the album version. Yo, yes, another day in the life of the Bop Alloy's second album is criminally underrated. I know there's a lot of people who love it, but yeah, like musically, that album, you know, yeah, musically and the bars. I feel like it's honestly a step up from the first album, but people love what they love. Hey man, I made both records, so I can't really be too mad. You know what I mean? Hey, Queens up in here. Peace, what's going on? We also got Chile, pardon me, in the building. Love your music. One of my favorite songs of you is your collab with Nujabes, Think Different. Man, thank you. I appreciate the love. All right. By the way, there are Think Different t-shirts available in the merch, in my store. So definitely check out that merch link if you have not already. All right. Made in Maryland. It's going to get bigger one day. Something exciting will happen and Maryland will use it as an anthem. Man, from your lips to God's ears, right? Like Elijah Cummings, I met him before he passed away, Elijah Cummings, when his then wife was running for public office. And she had an event locally in Maryland that I actually performed that song at. And my man, Asheru, shout out to Asheru, he was pushing real hard. He was like, yo, they need to have this song as her main campaign song. And I was like, yeah, not with the stuff I'm talking about in that, you know? But yeah, that would have been dope for sure. But yeah, that was a really cool moment to be able to do that performance and support a candidate who was putting in a lot of work for Maryland. All right. Let's see. Yeah. MLK 2.0 is awesome. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Winter Break said, yeah, hey, definitely. Yeah, Winter Breaks, man. I love those projects too. You know, me and Marcus will talk about releasing them on vinyl at some point, you know. But yeah, all right, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about these events because there's a lot of them coming up. All right, family. So first and foremost, this weekend I have two events that I'm doing, right? So the first event that I'm doing with the Mrs. Substantial Art and Music will be in the building tomorrow at Creative Suitland from 2 to 5 p.m. where we'll be doing a brief workshop on crowdfunding your art. Ironically enough, while I'm working hard getting my campaign ready, we'll also be, at this event teaching the public about, important strategies to help you successfully crowdfund your project, you know? And look, right on cue, here she is. Hey, what's going on, Mrs. Robinson? All right. Thank you for joining us. Steph says she's going to be in the building tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you. It should be dope. But yeah, man, definitely attend. There's going to be a lot more than just us presenting. A lot of notable people from the DMV who own and operate their own businesses and are doing a lot to support the artist community will be present. So definitely come through. It should be really dope, man. You know? All right. Shall waving to the people. All right. So that's happening this Saturday, right? That's tomorrow. And then the day after that, for those of you in the DMV area, I have a ton of events happening over the next few weeks. So this event right here, which I'm really looking forward to as well, this is happening from 12 to 5. It's called the Crate Convention. The Crate Convention basically is an event where you can come and buy vinyl, support different stores that sell vinyl or different collectors that sell vinyl. You can also you can trade vinyl. They do some trading at these events as well. There'll be performances by me. I'll be performing, and Substantial Art and Music will have a booth set up. I'll likely be there solo, but still come out, say what's up. It's going to be at the Anacostia Art Center, which is really, really dope, and it's a DC staple, so you should definitely come through. You're going to have DJ RBI there, Two Tone Jones. These two dudes are legendary DMV artists slash DJs. Also, my homie Flex Matthews, who's going to be in the building, who's also a part of Words, Beats, and Life with me. Super dope MC, has traveled the country, been doing this thing for a long time. Amazing off the head, super dope freestyle artist and MC. So definitely come out. The vendors there, other than Substantial Art and Music, will be the Creative Venture, Black Market Records, Vinyl Con DC, DJ Two Tone Jones, as I mentioned before, Record Royalty, and Kadozi. So yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. So again, that's happening this Friday. This Sunday. So Saturday, that's the event that's happening at Creative Suitland, and then on Sunday you can catch me in DC at the Anacostia Arts Center. All right. Now, after that, there is 2 shows that I'm joining Mega Ran and MC Front a Lot for that are coming up, man. One is going to be happening in Alexandria, Virginia. That's going to be happening at that's going to be happening October 13th, which is a Thursday, and it's from 7 to 11. And that's going to be happening at a venue called The Garden. So I'll be doing that. And the day before that in Baltimore, Maryland, I'll be performing at, what's it called? We'll be performing at Metro Gallery.